So I'd like to call to order the 5,530th meeting of the Rotary Club of Chicago. Rotary 1 is now in session. So we have a very special day today, as it is always this time of the year for the Rotary Club of Chicago. I'd like to welcome not just our regular members and of course Rotarian guests and others, but this time also welcome our JOB1 students, guests of students, and of course our employers here today. It's very meaningful to us that you're not only part of this program, but that you've been able to join us here in this meeting, as well as our guest speaker, who will be introduced by Elita in a few minutes. So first, to get us started for today, I'd like to start off by passing the mic over to past president of the club, Lisa Russ, for the thought of the day. Lisa, the floor is yours.
Thanks so much, Eric. And congratulations and welcome to our JOB1 students and also to our wonderful employers who have gone above and beyond. This is one of my favorite quotes, and you probably have heard it before, but I thought it was applicable to today. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. We have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change the past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I'm convinced that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. That quote is attributed to a gentleman named Charles Sweedle. So thank you, Eric.
Thank you very much, Lisa. And I think that's great sentiment, and hopefully the attitude of the folks in our club reflects the four-way test. I hope it reflects being positive. I hope it reflects being action-oriented and having an impact on our city. So thank you very much. So first of all, I want to start out by saying I hope you all are safe. I know it's been a hectic couple of days here in the city for a variety of different reasons, between some of the unrest as well as the violent storm that came through yesterday. So I hope you're all safe, and it's really with your safety in mind that we determined yesterday it would be better to meet purely over Zoom, particularly insofar as our students are concerned. And speaking of the concern of our students, I think this also reminds us that education is vitally important, right? It's the key to opportunity and to hope. Now, of course, we do mean college education by that, but we also mean job and life skills education, vocational skills, social skills, community engagement skills, and JOB1 touches on all of those. So the pandemic and the current tensions in our city don't diminish, but really rather elevate the need for a program like JOB1. They require us to double down. In a moment, you will hear about the great things we are doing for Chicago students, that you are doing for Chicago students through the JOB1 program. Before we get to that, I do want to touch on another vocational support service that our club and our district and Rotary International are providing. Now, I know you've been hearing a lot about the Rotary Network recently, if you've been reading the newsletter, the Gyrator, or seeing some of your emails. In today's Gyrator, there's a great video on what it's all about. It can explain it a lot better than me, and we'll share that in our next meeting as well. So it's all about Rotarians helping other Rotarians in business, from career services to building new skills, job boards, mentoring, networking, financial information to take advantage of, etc. Now, this may have been sparked by the COVID aftermath, but this really has long-term implications for how Rotary can add value to your life. There's a Rotary Means Business meeting, which is focused on networking on August 20th. You can also sign up your business through the Rotary Network in the business directory. And also, if you have any jobs or know of any jobs that could be posted for Rotarians, please go to the website that's shown there. You can contact Marshall Schmidt directly as well. Okay, so let's move on then to the main part of our agenda. I would like to start by introducing the chair of our JOB1 committee, Elita Williams, who's also a member of our board. And I just want to say that she's really put in a yeoman's effort in keeping our program going and frankly continuing to even improve in the face of enormous difficulty this year. Many of you also know Elita through the delicious food she regularly provides our club through her catering business, Loquacious Culinary Events. Elita, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being a part of our awards and recognition luncheon for today. And just to let those who don't know a small overview about JOB1. The JOB1 Summer Internship Program was created 16 years ago when the Rotary Club of Chicago was looking for a vocational services program that would deliver significant community value and that would engage Rotary members as well as the community it serves. As a signature program for Rotary One, JOB1 prepares Chicago high school rising juniors and seniors for the workplace by providing job readiness, workplace culture, dress code, resume writing, interviewing, communication, and social media training, as well as substantive paid summer internship opportunities with local businesses and not-for-profits. Rotary One's signature project gives the students valuable work experience and contacts that can positively impact their future. JOB1 has provided over 400 students with summer internships since its inception. And today, I have the pleasure to introduce Reginald Maynor. He is the Director of International Division at Luster Products Incorporated. He has 41 years of international experience, 32 of which are at Luster Products, which is based in Chicago, Illinois. A Bronx native, he has traveled extensively through Africa, Europe, Middle East, Caribbean, and South America. Committed to community outreach, mentoring programs, and social responsibility activities, which are implemented in various countries through local partners. Responsible for all facets of international trade and commerce, inclusive of sales attainment, marketing, direction, legal issues, product registrations, trademark infringements, and unique to region brands. Among his many accomplishments, in 2002, he helped Luster Products receive the local, regional, and national exemplary exporter of the year, as well as minority exporter of the year from the US government. In 2009, he worked with President Obama's Council on Africa, Special Focus Illinois Trade Office in South Africa. In 2013, he was a special guest speaker for the Congressional Black Caucus African Brain Trust Forum, headed by Representative Karen Bass. And in 2019, he established a strategic alliance with the British Black-owned company to create generational wealth of knowledge, character, and spirit, which will create hope that can lead to financial empowerment. I humbly introduce Mr. Reginald Maynor.
I'm muted. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
You're
okay,
good.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. First of all, thank you very much, Mrs. Williams, for inviting me today. As you said, my name is Reginald Maynor. I am the Director of the International Division at Luster Products. 32 years of my professional career have been at Luster's, but I don't want you to let the title or the tenure fool you. I'm a neighborhood boy from the boogie down Bronx, the South Bronx to be specific, and my precinct was called Fort Apache. So I know that I am fortunate to be here today. I have experienced all the challenges that growing up in the neighborhood can do. I can only imagine what it took for most of you to be here today too. So I take nothing for granted. I believe in the power of community, and I salute each and every one of the teachers and staff for investing in you, the students. And I salute each one of you students for investing in yourself, for taking the time to even be here today, for being a part of the Rotary program. I'm here to discuss the attitude and mental preparation you must have concerning the extremely important decisions you will have to make about a career path. Because that's what we're all about, is creating a career, creating a life for yourself and your family. But I have a very important question for you. What is a career path for you? Is it one thing or is it many? Is it a real thing or is it a mirage? And what I mean by that, we get exposed to a lot of things that we think we want to be a part of, but until you deep dive, you don't know if it's real or if it's a mirage and if it's for you. And is it you or something someone else wanted you to be because you could make a lot of money? Making money is great, but these are some of the questions that await you on your journey to finding that sweet spot in life when you seek a career that you really love doing every day. When considering your future goals, yeah, financial stability is important, but you should also pursue your passion. But if it's practical, you have to study what it really takes to be successful at that passion. Can it be translated into a career? And if it can, it will not only feed your families, but it will nourish your soul. If you're able to achieve this, it will feel more like a way of life instead of just a job. How many people have you heard come home and say, wow, I wish I could find another job? And sometimes we do have to do jobs that are not to our core, not to our heart, while we take that journey towards what's feeding us. I did not choose to do international trade and commerce at first, but what I did choose was the pursuit of knowledge, just like you students are doing today, by any means necessary. And what I mean by that, sometimes you have to study even outside of school, a trend that I had to develop since I had to quit college for personal reasons. All of you know, growing up in the neighborhood or just growing up experiencing life, challenges come before you that defer your dreams for a minute. But you should not stop. You should always pursue what is important to you. And though I did not get a chance to finish college, I did experience the opportunity and the knowledge that life gave me. And it's important that programs expose you to the real world conditions, which you get to apply your book knowledge. And what I mean by that, the Rotary Club is giving you an opportunity to have real world job experience that dovetails into what you studied in school. But what you will find when you go out into the real world is that book knowledge is one thing, but you have to apply it to life's reality. So you navigate on the experiences and challenges you are facing right now that you ultimately conquered. That gives you the strength and the vision to pursue life's goals. And life's lessons are very important too in pursuing a career, if you listen to the message. In other words, if you learn a life lesson and it's something that you know you should not repeat, please listen to that message. And challenges must make you stronger, not cancel your dreams. I was lucky to land such a great job at Luster's, but do you know what luck really is? That's when preparation and opportunity meet. And so when the door opened, I was ready to walk through to the other side. And that's what you have to decide to do. What doors do you want to walk through? What opportunities do you want to pursue? And the thing that is most important, the things that you must do is prepare yourself, pursue your passion, and present the best you there could ever be. Don't take shortcuts, and please don't make excuses. Because what that does, it dilutes all of the energy, all of the time, and all of the teachers that have brought you into the fold to try to show you a path and a journey to a successful career in life. And the opportunities for international business are endless. There's every type of profession you can imagine, and probably some you could never, ever conceive, because there's some things in international territories that I've experienced that I have not seen here in the US. But you must first know your passion and skill set, and then access information from the repository of governmental tools to immerse yourself into the full scope of job type, and most importantly, the respective countries, cultures, and regulations. Before I travel to any country for the first time, I study the culture of those indigenous people. I understand what their real needs are, because that's the only way I can convince them that I have something of value to offer them. And ladies and gentlemen, trust me, when you show someone respect, you will get respect in return. And a lot of times they don't expect that respect from Americans, because sometimes we can be a bit arrogant. And in that arrogance, you can get in the way of opportunity. You can make people feel like, well, they're here for self-serving reasons. And whether you realize it or not, you are creating history yourselves one day at a time. This gathering today is like the old African, like the African diasporas gathering together of many generations. The elders teach the history as it relates to present day challenges that the young will face, i.e. John Lewis. We just lost a mega person, a freedom fighter, John Lewis. But what was John Lewis's mandate? That the young must then reflect on the truths that he experienced and then interject their energy, their passion, and new knowledge to forge the all-important path to fulfilling your future and not allowing the mistakes of the past to be repeated. John Lewis was an advocate of Black Lives Matter movement. He made sure that he went down and saw the painting in Washington, D.C. before he passed. This was a man of passion, conviction, and we all could take life's lessons from him in the things that we pursue. I also would be remiss if I didn't speak on the reality of the current world situation. You got pandemic on one side, social unrest on the other, and all of this is combined with the everyday reality of living with the injustices in the community. And please don't misunderstand me. When I say injustice in the community, I also mean from us, as well as from them, whoever them might be. Certain police, definitely not all police are bad. Racist insults while carrying out normal life's tasks. But most importantly, stop the self-inflicted wounds. Practice Black on Black love if we expect to be respected when we say Black Lives Matter. It's a nice saying, but what does it really mean if we don't honor it ourselves? And this can seem daunting when all around you is in chaos, but that's when you need to be most calm, the most focused, and the most committed to your vision of you and the value within your community. You can make a difference. You are the engines of change. You are our future. And at Luster Products, we believe in investing in the future. We have a foundation that we established well over 30 years ago. And we've always prided ourselves in giving back to the community through our Luster Products Foundations, where we feed thousands of families through our My Neighbor's Keeper organization. We've built over 20 water wells in West Africa. We've donated over $1 million to various community-focused organizations under the Black Heritage Foundation. And what I mean by that, traditional charities get money every day from everybody. Organizations in the neighborhood, programs like the Rotary Club, programs like coding for kids so that they understand computers are the future and coding is a way to have a very viable career. We fund all of those types of programs. And so today, I am making a personal commitment to come back to the Rotary Club of Chicago and commit my time, energy, and hopefully more resources from Luster Products. This is something I feel is extremely necessary. And as a Black owned and operated company, fourth generation, being foundation and philanthropic minded, we have now joined with a London-based organization called Legacy and Heritage Foundation to implement milestones in media, investment opportunities in collectibles, and building a transatlantic link on telling and creating Black history. If we can unite for tragic times, and trust me, I've seen people from all over the world stand up for us in Black Lives Matter when I'd never seen that before. And if we can unite for those tragic times, then we should absolutely be able to get together to make some magic moments. Tragic to magic, that's where my mindset is, because in this current environment, as young people, you could think that my future is dim. You can be more further from the truth, because right now you see the reality of what life has served up, but you're young enough to overcome it. You're young enough to diversify your talents, your seeking of knowledge, and your commitment to the community. So make that commitment to yourself first, then make it to your family and community. And you, again, are the engines of change, and don't let our current situation dim the light of your fantastic future. So I want you to stay safe, stay focused, and believe that hope has arrived for a better future simply because you are in it. The world is a better place because of you. And if you go about life that way, be true to yourself and to others, life will reward you for the things that you seek and empower those that are important to you. And that's pretty much all I have to say today. I want to thank you for having me speak. It was an honor, and I hope that I imparted some value. I know there was a time-sensitive day, but I would love to come back and interface with each and every one of you on a one-on-one when social distancing is eradicated. So, but until then, again, thank you for allowing me to speak today, for allowing me to share you some thoughts. And again, I hope I imparted some ideas and energy to the young people who are our future and who are, all of us old folks are investing in to see a better life for everyone. And I thank you.
Thank you so much, Reggie. Thank you very much. That was very inspirational. I hope everybody gives Mr. Maynor a round of applause from home.
No need, no need. No need. No need.
I think it's inspirational, but also on point that there's still much work to be done, and we all have to be part of accomplishing that. And I'm really thrilled that that you're going to come back and visit us, and we're going to find ways to work together. I think that would be fantastic, and I'm sure my fellow Rotarians are on board with that 110%.
Thank you.
So one thing I do want to share with you, Reggie, is that whenever we have a speaker, we always offer that speaker a gift of thanks from a local community-based organization with the goal of trying to affect lasting change in Chicago. So this year, what we're giving out are these nice little candles here, which you see on the screen, and I'm holding one here as well. And the proceeds from these candles actually support an organization called Bright Endeavors, and their mission is to empower young moms by providing transitional jobs and professional skills training. Excellent. So this it is, yes, and this not only helps them, but it helps their kids, their families, and therefore our communities. So we will be sending you one of these in the mail, and I hope you think of us when you light it up in your office.
Yeah, no, listen, my wife and myself, we love candles, and so thank you. And I want to find out, Eric, how I can actually help to sell some of these candles. I am a salesman after all.
I guess you are, yes.
And I would love to raise money for donations like that. And I know a lot of ladies at the office love candles. So send me a brochure in the order form, and I'll do a little. All right.
Something. Hey, that sounds. I love it. We're gonna be in touch, Reggie. We're gonna be.
Yes, please. And that's not rhetoric. I absolutely mean it.
Awesome. Well, we will stay connected then on this and a variety of other things as well.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to pass it back to Elita. Elita, floor is yours.
Hello. Thank you, Mr. Maynor. That was very inspirational. I appreciate you very much. As many of you have heard me rave over the benefits of this great program, I feel as though it's best to hear from one of our many students the impact JOB1 has on their future. I'm introducing a video from Alexander Shaw, a current student of the program, and this was previously recorded from our July 21st meeting.
My name is Alexander Shaw. I'm currently a rising college freshman. I'll be attending Iowa State University in the fall. I've been a member of Rotary for 2 years now. I've served in a internship for the past 2 summers with the same company actually that I got to get a chance with through Rotary. And like, not to be cliche, but it quite literally kind of changed my life, like the path that my life was on. So the first time I had a chance for Rotary and I was in the internship for a company that I'm working for now, I was a junior going into senior year that summer. And like most juniors going into senior year, you already have a plan, you know what you want to do with your life. And I already had a plan. I already had a track I was going through. I wanted to do law enforcement, and I also wanted to join the military. So I planned on majoring in criminal justice, and I was going to go to college for that. And I was going to do the Marine option for NROTC in college and serve in the Marine Corps. And that was prior to, getting this internship and getting this opportunity. So the company that I've been interning for the past 2 years with is called Steadfast Networks. And it's just a IT infrastructure company. We do a lot of hands-on computer engineering work. There's also computer networking and other things like that. I was interested in it, but I never really thought that I'd be where I am now. So that whole experience, the summer of junior year, totally it changed my life. Seriously, I started thinking about, the bigger picture. This is the first time I've actually been in a professional setting at work and this is a young age. I'm 17 years old, working with grown men at a real job, doing real work, making, real efforts to helping, companies and doing things that are actually really important. And in this industry that I'm in, this is a really important industry. Like my company, we make sure that people's servers are running right so their websites can stay up, et cetera. And I got to say that I actually enjoyed myself. I found myself, when there was work to be done, I was actually excited to, learn new things. And it was just the fact that I was doing something that, I really felt connected to, like, not only because my father used to do this when he was younger, it was something that, I genuinely enjoyed doing. I was like, there was never a time where I woke up in the morning and was like, no, I don't want to go to work. And so, of course, this got me thinking about the bigger picture. And I was like, this is probably something I really would want to do with my life. Still going to the same college, but I'm majoring in cybersecurity engineering now that serves as a computer engineering major as well, which is a lot what this company does. So I changed my major. I changed my whole branch. Instead of going to the Marine Corps, I decided to go to the Army because it benefits me more in the career path that I chose. And it basically just altered what I thought my life was going to be, and it changed it into what it's now going to be. So, I just really thank Rotary for giving me this kind of, experience. So, yeah.
So that was Alexander. And today we want to announce a new college award, the Carl Zimmerman Award. In March, Rotary 1 and JOB1 suffered a sudden and unexpected loss of one of our most active members, Carl Zimmerman. He was then the chair of the JOB1 program. Carl was just not an ambitious entrepreneur. He was a valued member and advocate of the Illinois technology community who wanted to help others succeed as he did. Carl used Steadfast as a platform of influence in the service of promoting educational and technology initiatives for students in Illinois. As a board member of the Rotary Club of Chicago, Carl spearheaded programs such as JOB1, sat on the board of the directors for the Chicago Engineers Foundation, where he was working to help promote STEM education programs for computer science in Chicago public schools. Carl championed LGBT rights and used his influence to fight for equality. Additionally, Carl was active member and key supporter of the economic growth programs for both the Chicago Chamber of Commerce, Hyde Park Angels, and many other associations. The Carl Zimmerman Award will be given to a student who exudes service and exemplifies the enormous impact that JOB1 can have on a student's personal and professional development, which can be awarded to a current intern or a past intern who is still in college. And here's a message from his mother, Kathy Zimmerman, a 33-year Rotarian from Wisconsin.
Good afternoon, Chicago One, President Eric, Rotarian Elita, friends and guests. Thank you so very much for inviting me to this very special meeting today, where you're honoring my son Carl for his leadership with JOB1. It makes my heart sing. Carl loved Rotary and was a proud Rotarian. He was introduced to Rotary very early in his life. I've been a Rotarian for 34 years, serving at the club, district, and international levels. Carl attended all kinds of meetings and events over the years and knew that one day he wanted to join. A few years ago, he felt the time was right. So I'd come down to Chicago and we'd attend meetings of different clubs to find one that was a good fit for him. Chicago 1 was the last club we visited. He left with a membership application in hand. Carl cared very much about education for youth. He felt that education is the world's greatest engine for personal development and was involved with many initiatives that promoted that vision. As he became familiar with the JOB1 program, he was excited about the possibilities it offered and saw it as a win-win for both the interns and the businesses. He proceeded to make it a major commitment. We had frequent conversations of what was happening with the program and its interns. He was always filled with excitement about its growth and its continued possibilities. That you're recognizing him today for the outcomes of that commitment and creating a scholarship in his name is the highest honor you could bestow. It makes me so proud of my son's achievements. I thank the club and JOB1 for your recognition of Carl, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Sorry. The award this year will be awarded to a student that was in the After School Matters Peacemaker program. He was a Chicago Public Schools Student Advisory Council member. He was a co-founder of the Big Gains program at his school, selected to represent Kenwood Academy at the Black History Celebration for Lieutenant Governor, and many more things to come. We would like to give this award to the current rising college freshman at Iowa State University, Alexander Shaw. Alexander,
Hello?
you're here somewhere.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry, I was trying to get it to work. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, our connection's just been a little bad. But yeah, I definitely want to thank everybody here for, making this possible because, I remember when I first heard about Rotary, when my mom told me about it, when my brother was into it, I think I was introduced. She told me about it like sophomore year. And, she was telling me I was gonna have to work over the summer. So, I'm like, I just want to like chill, I wasn't, it wasn't really my thing at first, but when I got into it, I actually, really enjoyed it and I actually valued my time there. And I actually, from the video you showed around that time, junior year, I actually really appreciated it. And I knew that this was actually for the better because it helped me in the path that I was on, like, my entire life. Cause I'm at school now. We moved in like last week. School start next Monday or next Tuesday, classes start. And, I'm just really glad that, this is like, my life now, so all thanks to Rotary, I'm doing my major, I got my whole plan, and it's like, it's real now because, it's about to start next week. So I just want to thank everybody again. I want to thank Elita for giving me all the amazing opportunities that she was able to give me. And of course, Rotary as well, because obviously without Rotary, this would have been possible. And also, I just want to, I don't know, is there a representative from Steadfast? I'm not sure, but
Yeah, Paul's on.
Paul, hey. But, yeah, I definitely want to thank Steadfast real for not only, the first internship, but the fact that they let me come back the second year, because this was like, I knew I wanted to come back. I even told my mom my last day junior year, I was like, oh yeah, we got to come back next summer for sure. Like, this is something I really like doing. And I actually learned more these past months that I was working with them than I did last year. And so I'm really glad because actually where I live in college, my dorm, it's all computer engineers on our floor. And we were actually 2 nights ago, we were talking about just different type of computer engineering stuff that, you know, I was like, you know, I know now. I'm like, this is crazy. We're all literally just having a conversation about computer engineering. So it was a nice feeling. So I just want to thank everybody again for this amazing opportunity, because, you know, I definitely need the scholarship. Like, you know, college is not cheap, especially Iowa State. So, you know, I just wanted to thank everybody again for this amazing opportunity.
You're welcome, Alexander. The scholarship is a $1,000 scholarship that we'll be sending out for you. And sorry, let me gotta switch my list. And as we said, it's a possibility for you to apply next year as you're a past alumni of JOB1. So we want to thank you very much. And at this time, I want to pass this on to Lisa Russ, who is going to recognize our employers.
Thanks, Alita. And also thank you, Kathy, for that wonderful message. Boy, do we miss Carl. So starting with Steadfast Networks, you heard a lot about it from Alexander, Chicago-based internet service provider, cloud computing, and other data services. Alita's company, Loquacious Culinary Events, boutique catering company. I think most of us on this call have experienced the wonders of Loquacious over the last couple of years. We have a safe haven, Nellie Vasquez-Roland, powerhouse on the call, nonprofit, 20 years now advocating on behalf of the homeless and helping them to achieve self-sufficiency. We have our friend Chris Perry and Associates, a Chicago-based, again, structural and architectural engineering company, also doing design consulting, longtime friend of the JOB1 program as well. As well as, not to be last but not least, Krislov Law Firm, again, Chicago-based class action lawyers focused on the protection of consumers, investors, and taxpayers. Thank you all for coming to bat for our JOB1 program once again. Thanks, Lita.
Thank you, Lisa. And I just want to say, once again, thank you to all of our employers. I know during this time with COVID and all the things that were going on, that for you all to step up and to understand the importance of giving these opportunities to our students, especially during this time, was most important, and we were very happy to have you. And now I'm going to introduce Sarah Buck, who is going to introduce you to all of our students.
Hello, I am here to introduce the students and where they attend school. So if I butcher someone's name, I really apologize. I'm gonna do my very best. So the list I have here starts with Holly Allison, who did her internship with Loquacious Culinary Events. And she came to us from Butler College Prep High School. Hunza Arshad worked at a safe haven. She attended or attends Rickover Naval Academy. Brielle Buford worked with Perry and Associates, attend Kenwood Academy. Ari Conyers, also at a safe haven, attends Lindblom Math and Science Academy. Malachi Dameron, also a safe haven at Brother Rice High School. Isis Franklin at Krislov Law, attend Kenwood Academy. Seki Hassan, also a safe haven, Kenwood Academy. Donna Lopez from Rickover Naval Academy. Julio Martinez with Perry and Associates, Kennedy High School. Denise Ocampo, Safe Haven, Taft High School. Olubukola Salawu at Loquacious Culinary Events, Rickover Naval Academy. And Alexander Shaw with Steadfast Networks at Kenwood Academy. So congratulations to all.
Thank you, Sarah, so much. At this time, we would normally hand out certificates and give all the students the wonderful gift. We got them a beautiful Rotary pen pencil set and one of our wonderful Rotary masks, which will all come in the mail to you all. So thank you. Our next thing on the agenda is we give out college awards to our students that are going off to college based on their essays and participation in the JOB1 program this year. We would gladly like to announce that Malachi Demeron will be receiving a $2,000 college award. Alexander Shaw will also be receiving a $2,400 college award, and Brielle Buford will be receiving a $2,400 college award. So congratulations to you all, and we hope that this helps you pursue all of your future career goals. And we also sponsor students to go to the Rotary Youth Leadership Award, also known as RYLA. The Rotary Youth Leadership Awards is an intensive leadership experience organized by Rotary clubs and districts where you develop your skills as a leader while having fun and making connections. They build communication and problem-solving skills, discover strategies for becoming a dynamic leader in your school or community, learn from community leaders, inspirational speakers, and peer mentors, unlock your potential to turn motivation into action, while all having fun and forming lasting friendships. And this year, our RYLA sponsors will be Holly Alston, Malachi Dameron, and Brielle Buford. Congratulations to all of you all. And we will send you information on RYLA, which we believe will actually be virtual this year, but I'm sure it will still be a wonderful event. And now I will turn it over to Eric.
Well, thank you very much, Elita. Again, I hope all of our fellow Rotarians here see just how much work went into this program this year, see the great work that Elita did. Particularly there, again, so many circumstances that made this year unique, from having to go virtual to Elita losing her partner in crime on JOB1. So many things, and Elita, thank you so much for really stepping up. Thank you to our employers for obviously stepping up. I know it's not necessarily easy to take on a new intern under these circumstances, so I appreciate that you did. And then students as well. I know it's not an easy year, a lot of anxiety, I'm sure. So this is, I think, very important for your own development, but also hopefully building lifelong relationships with those employers, with the Rotary universe, with us. Please do make sure to continue to stay in touch. So we're going to move on then from the JOB1 portion of our program and go to the introduction of our guests. Now we've already introduced all of our students. So let's go to our. Why don't we go to our actual employers? If there's any representatives of the employers here, and I know there's a few of you on here today. So maybe you can just introduce yourself and say which company you work for and your role there. I believe Paul, are you still on? I thought I saw you on before.
Yes, I'm here.
If you could just introduce yourself and the company you work for.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name's Paul Voswinkel. I'm the CFO and interim CEO for Steadfast Networks. Carl Zimmerman was my boss for about 9 years. Huge loss for the company, but he was very passionate about everything we've been talking about today. I'm sure he would have loved Mr. Maynor's speech on moving forward. So, thanks to Alex. Alex, we need to keep in touch because the major year going down. I think we could maybe do some business together a few years down the road. So
yeah, for sure. I'll definitely keep in touch.
Yeah. So let's keep in touch. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to all the Rotary members and the other employers. Every time I get to come to one of these events, I feel very privileged to be able to meet and speak with all of you, and keep doing what you're doing. And if anybody needs anything that we can help out with, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you so much, Paul. That really does mean a lot, and I'm really just thrilled that you guys continue to be engaged. I believe Nellie, you were on earlier. Are you still on? She may have dropped off. Do we have any other representatives of employers here today? Okay. Well, not hearing any, I'm going to move to the world of Rotary, and let's start with our international Rotarians. I know there's at least one international Rotarian that I spotted on here. Let's see, Nagin Sunkara. Just tell me your name and what club you're with.
I am Nagendra Kishore Sunkara. I am from Rotary Club of Rajahmundry River City. As I have been telling you last year, I visited, I'm very lucky to visit the pioneering Rotary Club of Rotary 1. I'm a sports and community psychologist. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much for joining us. Are there any other international visiting Rotarians?
President, could I introduce myself?
Oh, hello, Richard. Yes, welcome. Please do.
Thank you very much, President, and nice to see you in that seat. Congratulations upon steering us as President. This is Richard Kalunji, Rotary Club of Kampala South in District 9211. That's Tanzania and Uganda. And I'm always excited to join this Rotary Club. I don't know, I have a special attachment. I hope one day join me, maybe. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I just saw a note in the chat box from Eniola Omolola, or Eni. Looks like you're visiting from Nigeria. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you very much, President Eric. I've always been a visiting Rotarian at Chicago 1. It's always a pleasure here. So I'm from Rotary Club Ilorin, Nigeria, District 9125. So nice again to be here. Thank you.
Well, welcome. You are always welcome, and obviously the world of Zoom makes that a little bit easier. So good to have you. Any other visiting international Rotarians? Okay, let's move to some visiting domestic Rotarians. I know that we have, let's see, Steve Diller, you're visiting Rotarian. Please introduce yourself.
And almost international, because I'm sitting in Three Oaks, Michigan. There's a whole other world from Chicago. I've been here a few times, and I'm in the neighborhood, and I'm enjoying the opportunity to get to know Rotary 1 a bit better.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Good to see you again, Steve. Liz Goggins. Liz, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, good afternoon. It's great to be back at one of your meetings. I am from the Rotary Club of St. Croix Mid-Isle in the U.S. Virgin Islands, which unfortunately many people in the United States don't realize that we are part of the United States. I want to thank you guys for a great meeting today. And I've been texting my vocational service committee person, and he definitely is interested in your program, and we'd like to reach out so we can talk to you guys about what you're doing. You know, we're a much smaller scale, but so it's good to get some help from the big guys. Absolutely. Feel free to reach out. We're always happy to team up and help folks. So that sounds great. Let's see. We also have Irv Kaplan. Welcome, Irv. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, past District Governor Irv Kaplan. I was at your installation, and that was nice, and I just am most fortunate to attend this meeting today. I'll just mention to everyone that I'm a believer in visiting our Rotary history. Your Rotary 1 Club is part of this big history. The other is the Paul Harris House in Morgan Park, and I'm president of the Paul Harris Memorial, and we get visits from everyone every year. Hello to Aletta. We see her all the time. And I know Lisa, I see her all the time, and I'm watching all of you, but I'm just grateful to be here today. Thank you.
And we're grateful to have you, Irv, as always. Thanks for joining. And then certainly we don't want to forget our other distinguished visiting Rotarian, Kathy Zimmerman. I know we met you earlier in the video, Kathy, but please introduce yourself.
Thank you. I want to, this is, as I said earlier, a very special meeting, and that you're honoring my son, Carl, for his leadership with JOB1. I also want to thank everybody who reached out to me and my family with condolences and wishes at the time of Carl's death, and have continued to. It's brought a lot of comfort to our lives. So thank you very much. And thank you again for your honor. And I'm looking forward to being able to visit in person in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Always great to see you, Kathy. Thank you. And let's see, I know we have a few other guests visiting with us today as well. I think Monica Katsagazi, would you like to introduce yourself? Oop, you're on mute. Just got to unmute yourself there. There you go.
Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad that I have attended this. I have been to your club before COVID, coming there to Chicago, and I always love to see young ones participating in Rotary like that. And I come from Rotary Club of Naperville, so greetings from there. So, and I would like to say hello to this gentleman from Kampala, Richard Karungi. He was born and raised in Uganda. Yeah, though I'm here in Illinois and I've been here 20 years, I own a home care agency here in Bar Ridge. Thank you so much. And my name is Monica, as you have heard, Kasigas. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome again. Good to see you, and hope to see you again in the future. Feel free to join any of our meetings. I also don't want to forget, if you're still on, Sherilyn Shaw, Alex's mom, you can introduce yourself as well. Oop, I'm not getting audio. Oh, there we go. Now I hear you.
Okay. I can't see you guys, but I'm sorry, I'm kind of speechless. I just want to thank everybody so much for the love you've shown my son, not just my son, but so many students that have come through the Rotary Club. I cannot express to you how grateful I am for the scholarship for Alex. And especially, you know, I cried when I saw that it was in honor of Mr. Zimmerman, who made such a great impression on Alex when he interviewed last summer. And, you know, I was really surprised, and, you know, that, you know, it's just, I'm like speechless. I almost have no words, and that's a first for me, but this means so much to me and my family. As I said, you know, before, I'm putting 2 boys through college right now, so I knew things would be very tight financially this year, or at least a year, and this is, you know, such a great relief to me. Alex, my family, my other son, I just thank you from the top, bottom, and all around my heart. And it was a pleasure to see Mrs. Zimmerman, who raised such a wonderful young man, just taken too soon, but his good deeds will keep his life alive. So I want to thank you again, and thanks to Paul and Steadfast, and of course, Alita, wonderful, wonderful person that puts all this stuff together, and of course, all the Rotarians and your support for this program. It means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Shaw. And we're happy to have you and your son as part of this as well. And I know that we're going to continue to stay in touch. So we really do appreciate that and appreciate those heartfelt words as well. One of the things I wanted to mention and touch on the Carl Zimmerman Scholarship is that is funded from the donations that were flagged in Carl's honor to the Rotary Club. And that's how we're funding the scholarship now and for the next few years. But I do want to make sure to ask for continued support of that scholarship over the years so that we can continue to provide that scholarship for many years to come. Are there any other guests that I may have missed visiting Rotarians, international, domestic, or others?
Yes, this is John Robbins from the Rotary Club of Naperville, just visiting to say hello and hear about all the wonderful things you do. I've been a member of the Rotary Club of Naperville, the Noon Rotary Club, for over 25 years, and it's always nice to touch base with Rotary One to see what you all are doing, and thank you for, it's just amazing what Rotary does, and it's just great to hear everything that's taking place at your club, so thank you.
Thank you very much, John. Thanks for joining our club today.
My company name is Awards and Fine Gifts, and I make Rotary Awards. That's what I do.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Well, today was all about awards, so there you go.
Yes,
very good. Thank you very much for joining, John. Anybody else? Okay. Well, not hearing any, I'm going to move on to a couple of announcements that we have here today. First of all, I want to again remind everybody that in the weeks to come, a new website will be unveiled. I think it's a great website, both the front end and the back end, but I know that change can be a little bit challenging sometimes. So our staff at CAM will, of course, be available to help you get through that, but it will be a fantastic website. I think you will all be very happy with what you see. I want to talk a little bit about some volunteer activities. So the City Treasurer's Office has been organizing neighborhood cleanups on the west and south sides. In my personal opinion, it's important at this time in particular, really to step up and support our neighbors in our city. So just being present, I think, makes a statement, although if you bring a broom and use it, that's even better. We will show up basically to help on the morning of Saturday, August 29th. The exact location will be determined a little bit closer to the date, but it'll be somewhere on the west side or on the south side of the city. So please do pencil that in. It is already on the Rotary calendar. And speaking of volunteers, so I want to do a couple of thank yous here. First of all, to our Rotary One members who stepped up to serve meals to seniors at the Maple Point apartments. And that includes Natalie Loma, Elma, Sheena, Alita, of course, who organized it, our intern, Holly, thank you, and myself. I was there. You can see in the picture on the right. And also, thank you to the folks who went off to the northwest suburbs to help Bernard inventory some products that will go off to Haiti. And that includes Natalie again with a few guests, Roland and his wife, Naperville Rotarian Prakash Tata as well also came out, and I believe a few other folks perhaps as well. So it's that kind of commitment really that gets things done. As Reggie mentioned, it's important to really make sure that we're continuing to take action and to fight to get things done. So also, if you can put that same slide back up, Shelby, with those photos, I want to see if you guys all notice our volunteers, especially in the right photo there, wearing those nicely customized high-end Rotary One masks. Well, you can have one too. Each mask is $20, and the proceeds basically go towards our COVID relief fund to be spent on projects that come up throughout the year that will help either with immediate needs or needs relating to the aftermath of COVID. Now, the masks are also made by our very own Natalie Loma, so you are also supporting Rotarians by purchasing these masks. So please do reach out to CAM, reach out to the office to make a purchase, and then make sure to wear it with pride whenever you wear your mask, which is, of course, all the time, around the city of Chicago. And that's a good way to also help spread the word about our club. So we also have committee meetings. I encourage you to get engaged with committees as much as possible. They are on the calendar. And also we have some upcoming meetings of interest, particularly the next one next week on the 18th. I think you will enjoy, and it's basically, I think, very much in line with a lot of what we were just talking about with cloud solutions, and frankly with Carl, which is why I'm actually going to dub this as the inaugural Carl Zimmerman Young Entrepreneurs Series, to basically focus and feature young entrepreneurs, hopefully about once a quarter throughout the years. And these two gentlemen, Christian Berner and Akshay Singh, started a company called Quicket Solutions, which provides cloud-based data services for the public sector. One other quick item, Marga, if you can just keep it to 30 seconds or so. I know you just mentioned to me in the chat here that Mikhail Hazar stopped by our meeting. He's from Lebanon. Would you like to just touch on that briefly?
Yes, 30 seconds, start counting. Yes, Michel Jassar, past district governor of District 2452 from Beirut and other countries. He sent greetings to everybody, and some of you may have seen the letter that he sent to Rotary clubs all over the world. So through a Rotary association, we can all contribute to help our Lebanese friends. So Michelle, wonderful person, highly affected by this explosion. And we'll be happy to share the information if you wish to contribute a donation. Our club is also sending funds to Beirut. That's it.
Thank you very much, Marga. Yeah, and the International Service Committee and myself and the board are working on figuring out what that donation will be to the district in Lebanon. Thank you, Marga. So with that, we now move to the four-way test, and I invite our international visiting Rotarian Nagin Sunkara to recite the four-way test for us while the rest of us stay on mute and recite it to ourselves at home. Mr. Sunkara, the floor is yours. Yeah. The four-way test.
The four-way test of the things we think, say or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was perfect.
Thank you.
Meeting adjourned.